Genzyme's commitments to the Gaucher's disease patient is anchored in our history. Patient support services also was a huge innovation. We realized that we need to have dedicated patient support services to help these patients and their families.
Our approach as a case management department is to be proactive in the work that we do. So the major thing that we're trying to do is get ahead of any problems. So we're reaching out to patients periodically throughout the year, if we don't hear from them, asking them about insurance changes, moves, new employment, new doctors, and we're trying to get ahead of any issues that may come up so it doesn't turn into a huge barrier or even just a small problem.
Once we identify a patient, I see what insurance coverage that they have. One of the great things of working in Genzyme is if they don't have insurance, there's a lot of resources available to the patients here.
As a case manager, I'm always studying the insurance landscape, so if a question comes up, they have a barrier to treatment, they have an insurance denial, I know what to do, I know how to solve the problem, and really partner with them and with their physician to help them to remain on treatment.
It's really daunting starting with a doctor and hearing this diagnosis and thinking, how is my insurance going to cover this? What am I going to do? What's out there? Even breaking down and taking care of the insurance part, I think, is a huge relief for patients.
Genzyme is in a new birth. People wonder what would happen to Genzyme after the acquisition from Sanofi. Will we lose our identity? Will we lose our passion for the focus on helping and serving patients and their families? And actually, to the contrary, what we're finding is that within the bigger Sanofi group, we are really thriving. We're getting more resources, more investments to continue to innovate. I find that the majority of people who work at Genzyme, for them is not a job anymore. It's truly a vocation of helping patients and their families who suffer from rare disease with usually unmet medical needs.
I really do like, doing work that helps people. I really like seeing the end result.
Genzyme is really focused on putting the patient first. It's not just the patient, but it's the whole family that's managing through this. And sometimes they just need somebody to talk to, somebody to vent. And sometimes you're just someone on the other side of the phone that cares and can listen.
I'm always going to answer the phone for you. I'm always going to answer that email. We're always going to be there. We might not be able to fix it right away, but we'll figure it out, or we'll figure out the resources we need to find to help you get through it.
I do think that patients need our services. I think that everybody needs a case manager. I know I need one in my personal life to understand the insurance. The patients are sick, they don't feel well, and to have that burden taken away is great.
Genzyme Support Services has clearly become the envy and the model for the rest of the industry. Everyone within our organization is truly dedicated to helping individual patients and their families. And while other organizations claim to be focused on patients, I really felt that within Genzyme it was really part of our core, of our DNA.
It's a privilege to have a hand in helping patients with the access that they need and the support that they need.
Even when we're working with our teams internally or healthcare providers, I always make sure that they understand, well, if this was your mom or dad, or this was your son or daughter, niece, nephew, cousin, what would be a better thing for them?
It's an absolutely satisfying feeling when you help a patient overcome barriers and really get the treatments that they need.
When you look at the investment of our research efforts and the funding that went to understanding Gaucher's disease, it's comparable to none. We are the only company on the planet that has invested so many resources to advance the treatment of Gaucher and also to support the Gaucher community.
What I would say to somebody who is just diagnosed with Gaucher is that it's a long road, it's a hard road, but it's not a road that you need to travel on your own.
To connect with a Sanofi Genzyme case manager concerning health insurance support or other needs, please visit genzymesupportservices.com or call 1-800-745-4447 option 3, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.